Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just going to try my best to do a comparison video. Wingfighter made a really strange announcement, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's strange. So let's read this real quick, and this is for the Conqueror players. We all have known for a very long time that the attack rate, especially on the Titan, does not give you any point value. And it's been a big debate for a long time about the attack rate, and that's why you haven't seen me putting the attack rate in my technologies. And I've talked about this a lot, and guess what? They made an announcement, and this is strange, so I'm going to read this to you. Fix the bug that may cause Conqueror armor unable to enhance the attack rate. So May? What is May? You guys are the game makers. You're the ones that made the game. And what do you mean by May? How do you not know if it works or doesn't work if you're... So I'm kind of taking this as a challenge. Are they challenging somebody to see if they fix their own game? And well, you guys know me. I'm always into the comparisons and giving a generalized video for people to talk about and the players to talk about. And am I right? Am I wrong? Are you right? Are you wrong? And that's kind of why I like the videos, because at least we have some type of visual. We have something to go off of. And instead of listening to somebody in the Discord forums, blab a whole bunch of numbers that nobody understands and that they can't prove, I would rather just try to get it on video. So I guess I'll be the one to take the challenge, because that sounds like a challenge. They're asking somebody may cause the Conqueror armor unable to enhance the attack rate. So are you asking us if it works, or are you telling us you don't know that it works? So I guess I'll take one for the team, and let's kind of see if we can do a comparison. I've always been really big on using the Titan, and I've always been really big on using the Legion boss for my comparisons. Again, these are generalized videos in hopes that the game makers see the videos. We have other players get involved and say, hey, he might be onto something, how we can test this. How about we get a few guys or girls to test this? And these are generalized videos, guys, and don't take it so literal, but at the same time, at least it's giving us something to grasp onto. And again, my hopes is always not to be right, but for the game to just fix itself and make us players happy. And so right here, I think the best strategy for this on this one would be to do the Titan with no technologies. Let's just do a Titan run, no technologies. I'll take one for the team here. And so right here, I'll show everybody I have no technologies. I'm not going to mess with my gems. I'm not going to do anything special. We're going to do this pretty straightforward. So I am going to do a Titan challenge here with no technologies, and I'm not going to talk through this, and we'll come back to the middle here, and then we'll try it with the attack rate only on, and we will see if we get a higher score, a lower score, or a middle score. And I think we'll be able to a little bit gauge what's going on here. So bear with me a second here. Okay, guys, so I think you guys had noticed how I did this. It was pretty plain Jane. I did not increase even the gun or the Vulcan cannon. I didn't do the straight shot. I did this as plain Jane as possible. I used basically the armor enhance and the magnet on purpose. I didn't want any extra scores from any of the extra weapons. I wanted to make this just as easy and straightforward as possible. I did use the spread shot on purpose, and one way we might be able to do this, and notice I didn't use the transformation because again, I don't want any extra points. I don't want anything on this. All we want to know is this attack rate working? Now, one way we can maybe tell there is an advantage to using the transformations because it kind of gives us a little timestamp, but I decided just to do this straightforward. Now, can we beat this score? I did get a lot of misses. That was actually a pretty good run as far as misses. There is a little bit of variables into how this can work, and can we tell? There's a lot of moving parts to this, but so during Atlas's fury, so all the stuff that he does in the beginning here, he's throwing all of his little bullets at you and doing all that stuff right before that Titan, we'll just call it the Titan blast, the big nuclear blast that he throws out at us. Right before he does that, I was sitting about 51.6 billion. So if we turn on this attack rate, and right before he does that first blast there, if we're above 51.6 billion, that's a good way right there just by itself of saying it might be working. Because again, I'm going to do this the exact same way. I'm not going to be flying all over completely the place. I'd rather just take the hits, kind of what you're seeing, and just keep the bullets just firing on him. But again, right before that blast that he does was 51.6 billion. At the end of this, I did get quite a few misses, but at the end of it, it was what 230.7 billion. So I think, doing it this way, keeping it plain Jane, we're not in this gigantic battle, throwing a whole bunch of transformations and stuff at them. We can maybe get a pretty okay, fair assessment of what's going on here. So let's go back to our technology and let's put on the 100% increase main gun attack rate. So there it is. That's all the technology that I have. We don't have anything opposing. We don't have anything fighting against this. This is just straight forward. Okay. So let's see here. I am going to go ahead and do this one. So again, bear with me. And again, right before that first nuclear blast, or whatever the heck you guys want to call it out there, was 51.6 billion. And then again, at the end of it, with the misses and everything, 230.7 billion. Will we see a difference here? Okay, guys, so here it was for me, and like I was telling you guys, maybe we didn't beat the high score on that, and that wasn't really the purpose of this. And that first run, if you noticed my second run, I had a pretty good run with misses. I did not get maybe even half the misses that I did in that first run, but I told you guys kind of a way that we could gauge this a little bit though, and it was that first nuclear blast after the frenzy or the furious or whatever you guys want to call that Atlas does in the beginning there. But again, on the first run we had a 51.6 billion, roughly right around there, and then on this run right before that we basically had a 56 to 57, right around there, increase. And so with this stripped down, no Titan blast, no Vulcan cannon, direct shots, no transformations, just none of it. If you put it into this term, so 51.6 to basically 57, that's 5 billion more within that, and we're talking billion. So that's a lot. So for me, even though we didn't beat the high score at the end here from the first one, between that in itself, I would have to say that the attack rate is working. Now this will be maybe my first test of doing this. Maybe we should try it again, doing basically the Vulcan cannon. Maybe I'll do it on a Legion boss tomorrow. Kind of the same idea, but for me, seeing that 51.6 billion go up to pretty close to 57 billion with doing it pretty much the same way, nothing fancy, nothing enhanced, I would have to say the attack rate is working. So again, we'll do a little bit more further testing on this, but I think pretty successful here. I do believe the attack rate is working. So you guys can kind of play around with this video. You guys can count the misses. You guys can do whatever you want to do, and then you could even time it also, how long it was for the first run to the second run. I mean, there's a couple ways of still taking this video and doing a couple of other averages, but for me, I do believe the attack rate is working. And like I said, maybe I'll do a Legion boss this way tomorrow, and then if worst case scenario, I mean, we can do a vote. I mean, there's a lot of different ways we can test this, so I think this is just the first initial test for me. And again, you heard what I said. I believe the attack rate is working. If it went from 51.6 to basically 57, right there, it says it right there, guys. The attack rate is working. I would have confidence in putting some of my tech points back into the attack rate. So yeah, I mean, you guys go out, test these, test it yourself. You don't have to take my video as the full word or the full visual. Anybody can go out and do these. And again, if you're getting a drastic different result than I am, please let me know. Leave me a comment. Again, this game's supposed to be for fun, and if you're not having fun, then it's not a fun game. And let's try to keep this fun. Let's work out the bugs. Let's see if we can help others work out the bugs. And I really do appreciate you again. And last but least, I'll say it one last time, guys, just have fun.